So dear students, welcome to Sharma's tutorial. My name is Vishnu Sharma. Today discuss about the topic United Nations Organization. So dear students, let's start the session. So UNO it's a very important organization in our world. So the first question, the main aim of UNO. The first question, the main aim of UNO. The main aim of UNO is peace and human dignity. Okay, the main aim of UNO is the peace and human dignity. Peace and human dignity. Next, headquarters of UNO. The another important question is headquarters of UNO. The headquarters of UNO, Manhattan, New York. Okay, the headquarters of UNO, Manhattan, New York. Next question. UN emblem was designed. UN emblem was designed. Donald McLaughlin. Next, the name UNO was suggested by. The name UNO was suggested by F.D. Roosevelt. The name UNO was suggested by F.D. Roosevelt. Next, motto of UNO. Next question, the very important question. Motto of UNO. It's your world. Motto of UNO. It's your world. Next, UNO was formally came into. UNO was formally came into October 24th, 1945. So UNO was formally came into 1945 October 24th. It's a very important question. UNO was formally came into existence October 24, 1945. It's very important. Next, UN flag was adopted. UN flag was adopted. UN flag was adopted October 20, 1947. October 20, 1947. So UN flag was adopted on October 20, 1947. October 20, 1947. Next one, color of UN flag. Color of UN flag. The light blue. It's a very important question. The color of UN flag, light blue. Next, design of UN flag. Design of UN flag. World map surrounded by two olive branches. The design of UN flag, world map surrounded by two olive branches. Next question. The Secretary General of the UN is elected by General Assembly on recommendation of the Security Council. It's another important question. The Secretary General of the UN is elected by the General Assembly on recommendation of the Security Council. It's a very important question. Next. The only body in which all UN members are represented, General Assembly. It's a very important question. The only body in which all the UN members are collectively represented in General Assembly. It's very important. Only body in which all UN members are represented, General Assembly. So all the UN members are collectively representing in General Assembly. It's a very important question. Next, the largest subsidiary body of UNO, Economic and Social Council. Another most important question. The largest subsidiary body of UNO, Economic and Social Council. Next question. First general meeting of UNO was held. The first general meeting of UNO was held in London. First general meeting of UNO was held in London. Next one, the 5 permanent members of UNO. The 5 permanent members of UNO. Another very important question is 5 permanent members. 5 permanent members of UNO. For the first country, China, then France, Russia, Britain and USA. China, France, Russia, Britain and USA. The first, once more, the only body in which all UN members are represented, General Assembly. The largest subsidiary body of UNO, Economic and Social Council. Next, first general meeting of UNO was held in London. Next, the 5 permanent members of UNO, China, France, Russia, Britain and USA. Next one, the executive body of the United Nations. The executive body, it's very important. The executive body of the United Nations, Security Council. Security Council is the executive body of the United Nations. So the executive body of UN, Security Council. So the 5 permanent members of UNO is China, France, Russia, Britain and USA. Human Rights Declaration made by UNO. Human Rights Declaration made by UNO. December 10, 1948. December 10, 1948. So Human Rights Declaration made by UNO, December 10, 1948. December 10, 1948. Next, Human Rights Day, December 10. Okay, Human Rights Day, December 10. So it's very important. Human Rights Declaration made by UNO, December 10, 1948. Human Rights Day is observed on December 10. It's a very important question. Most time repeated question. Human Rights Day, December 10. So declaration made 1948, December 10. Okay, next. Official language of UNO. So another important question is official language of UNO. What is the official language of UNO? English, French, Chinese, Russian, Arabic and Spanish. So official language of UNO, English, French, Chinese, Russian, Arabic and Spanish. It's the official language of UNO. Next question. Working language of UNO. It's another important question. It's a very important question. Working language of UNO. The working languages of UNO is English and French. Working language of UNO, English and French. Next one. UN celebrated its Golden Jubilee. Another important question. UN celebrated its Golden Jubilee in the year of 1995. So UN celebrated its Golden Jubilee in 1995. Next question. European headquarters of UN. It's another important question. European headquarters of UN. European headquarters of UN is Geneva. It's a very important question. European headquarters of UN is Geneva. Next question. Asian and European countries which are not the members of UN. It's another beautiful question. It's related, most time repeated question. Asian and European countries which are not the members of UN is Taiwan and Vatican. So Taiwan and Vatican which are not the members of UN. Okay. Then Asian countries Taiwan and European is Vatican, not the members of UN. Next question. Smallest UN member in terms of area. It's another very important question. Smallest UN member in terms of area is Monaco. So Monaco country is the smallest UN member in terms of area. Next, another important question. The smallest UN member in terms of population. It's very important. So these two questions very important, carefully dealing. The first, smallest UN member in terms of area. Area is Monaco. Okay, area is Monaco. So in terms of population, this population wise smallest UN member is Nauru. Okay, it's very important question. Area smallest is Monaco. Population is smallest is Nauru. It's a very important question. Next, number of representatives on the commencement of UNO. So the number of representatives on the commencement of UNO is 51. It's very important. So official language of UNO, English, French, Chinese, Russian, Arabic and Spanish. Next one, working language of UNO, English and French. UN celebrated its golden jubilee in the year of 1995. The European headquarters of UN is Geneva. The Asian and European countries which are not the members of UN, it is Taiwan and Vatican. The smallest UN member in terms of area is Monaco. So in the case of population, smallest UN member in terms of population is Nauru. Then number of representatives on the commencement of UNO is the number is 51. So the next and last, the first Secretary General of UN, Trygve is the first Secretary General of UNO. First Secretary General of UNO is Trygve. Next, the present Secretary General of UN is Antonio Guterres. The present Secretary General of UN is Antonio Guterres. Next one, the UN library known as, very important question is the UN library known as Hammarskjöld Library. Next, the constitution of the UNO, UN Charter. It's a very important question. The constitution of the UNO, UN Charter. The constitution of the UNO is UN Charter. Next, the preamble of the UN was prepared. The preamble of the UN was prepared. Field Marshal Smuts. Okay, the preamble of the UN was prepared by Field Marshal Smuts. Next, UN Charter was signed. UN Charter was signed on June 26, 1945. UN Charter was signed on June 26, 1945. So UN Charter was signed on June 26, 1945. Next question. The number of countries signed in UN Charter in its first phase. The number of countries signed in the UN Charter in its first phase, 50 countries. Okay, it's very important. The number of countries signed in the UN Charter in its first phase is 50. Then, the meeting in which UN Charter was signed, San Francisco. The meeting in which the UN Charter was signed, San Francisco. Next, UN Charter came into force on October 24, 1945. UN Charter came into force on October 24, 1945. Next question. India signed in the UN Charter. India signed in the UN Charter on October 30, 1945. So it's very, very important. So, dear students, so winding up my session. So, thanks for watching for this session. Please subscribe my channel. So, thank you all of you.